we will be talking about passing data to programs. Before we talk about passing data to programs, we will talk about array of pointers. Okay, array of pointers. There you go. And what is an array of pointers? The way we declare is char names. Here I have 4 cells and each is a pointer of char type. Okay, so if you want to express here, and let me make it a little bigger. So char pointer names. Okay, so what this means is it is 4 cells. Okay, 4 cells where each is a pointer pointing to something. Okay, each is a pointer. And when we say, because we said a pointer, so we could do this 1 equal to, say, James. What this means is it does 2 things in one shot. This particular statement, name 1 is array. This pointer, you point to James string. What does it mean? It means it does allocate memory with 6 cells. Okay, it allocates memory for 6 cells, 1 for the null pointer. It copies James into that memory. Okay, this is all done in the heap. It's a dynamic memory, it is. And then it points the beginning of the string, which is the J, to cell 1, to James 1. So this basically points to that guy. This is what this means. It does 2 things. Okay, and similarly name 2 equal to Sean, right? So this is also done the same way. Name 2 equal to Sean means allocate memory for 5 cells and point that memory to names 2. And this is okay because of pointers. Okay, let me copy this. Alright, let me now erase these guys. We don't need it here. So I wrote a simple program for this. Okay, let's look at the program. There you go. I have declared a cell of 4. Each is a pointer. Name 1 James, name 2 pointing to Sam, name 3 pointing to Edward. And I print those pointers, okay, using %s. Remember, %s requires pointer. So it is, because these are null terminated, this works great. It's also pointer, so we are okay with that. And we can do a string length also. Okay, so if you go ahead and compile this, it's okay, simple warning, and you get that James, Sam, Edward. The string length is all given perfectly, so that's okay. So that is how array of pointers work. But then going back to the topic, array of pointers, right? Now we'll be talking about passing data to programs. Passing data to programs. One of the things we have before we go here, if we look at here, you see each pointer is pointing to strings of various lengths. And this is the way we use when we pass data. For example, I'm going to say a.out Sam, or say whatever, James, Sam and Ed. When I give that, of course, I'm going to pass this values, let's say a.out James, Sean. It will print Edward. Okay, we're going to see it will print this values on the screen. Okay, this is coming from the previous program, so ignore all this. So we are going to print James, Sean, Edward in our program. Okay, we are going to pass, this is a.out James, Sean, Edward. In C language you can pass, and this one, this kind, when we pass data to programs, it also uses array of pointers. So this becomes, in this case, all right, index 0, index 1, index 2 and index 3. So your program will get this array. Okay, your program will get this array. Two things your program will get: array of pointers, and you get the number of cells. Number of cells. You get two things you get. All right. So, two things you get in your program is name of the array of pointers and number of cells or pointers. Okay, we will see how that is done. We talked about that. Okay, so the way we do that is, if you go back to the program, let me copy this program, copy array of pointers to passing data.c. So passing, so we're going to, the way we do that is, there is int, you said number of arguments, right? So number of cells and array of pointers, right? Array of pointers. So that will define that. This, you see that in a literature, any book, if you see, if you will get this, you will see this argc, argv. That is the standard name they use, but you could use any name that you want. Okay, it's called argc, argv. If you Google it, this is what you should use. Okay, but we can name anything we want. And so it's no more James anymore, it is argv 1. It's not Sam anymore, it is arg2, argv3. Okay, like we talked here, index 1, index 2, and index 3. Index 0 is a dot out, so we can do that too. Name 0 equal to argv0. Alright, we'll remove this we don't need it anymore. Arg0. Okay, very simple. Now if you compile this and run it, let's run it. Four errors. Why? argv. Oh, okay, sorry, we didn't use argv, we used array of pointers here. Sorry, that is why it's giving this error. Array of pointers. Alright, you can name anything that you want. That is why we have 4 errors. Oh, 1 second, I didn't give the name, right? Sorry. James, Sean, Edward. It prints all that. You see, a dot out is 7 characters. James is 5, 4, and 6. Alright, so we are able to pass data to the program and we could print it. And the classic case is this is what people use, argc and argv. Argv, not arg, okay. Oh, I have to pass the data. Alright, you see now here when I don't give anything, okay, let me clear this up. When I don't give any parameters, it crashes. So you have to give parameters. So we will write a program to check the number of parameters that is been sent to our program. The way we do that is it comes through this argc. So instead of writing, let me copy this program to passing data. Is check parameters.c. We write I equal to 0. Oh, I will remove all these guys now. For I equal to 0, I less than argc, I plus plus, I. At index I, you see that? Now I put in a for loop. I'm using argc now, which is the number of arguments, and I'm printing the args, not our names. It is should be argv. I'm using directly the array values. Copy it. Now if you do it, there's nothing I sent, so it didn't crash this time. See that? Now if I send a dot out, James, Sean, Edward, I can guess a Cindy, Wendy, I can do as much as I can, but this will crash, so I'll just make sure we use that. Here we didn't, there's something going on there, right? That's because we didn't put 2%, yes, percent. So we're able to do that. See that? So I'll copy this